Good morning, everybody. So I wanted to use this opportunity to create another video to practice a little bit more. I'm still not comfortable with showing the full screen because I can't tell if I'm being recorded or cut off. So I will continue like this. Before I get into some of the benefits of using technology that I found and that we found in our articles that we read, I wanted to talk about how I use technology in my class as kind of a framework for how deep of a benefit technology can have in the classroom. So, as I mentioned in my previous video, I'm a huge fan of 3-Act tasks. What I absolutely love about 3-Act tasks is they really engage students, and immediately, as soon as students see a visual or a video as part of the first act, they are immediately engaged in a real world problem, and they don't always see it as math, so it immediately reduces their anxiety. What I have found is that with my students, everybody is able to access a 3-Act task because they are seeing a visual, they're watching a video, they're discussing it with friends and with their teacher, and it really allows everyone to feel included because even if they don't have the answer, they can talk through the problem with their peers. What I've done with 3-Act tasks in the past is I've allowed students to create their own math questions from a menu of different topics. And what this does is it allows students to really think about the math that they're learning and to really think about, okay, what kind of questions make a good math question? And it really involves a lot of math discussion. So for me, I find using technology as a background and just the basis of our discussion really just enhances the lesson. So I'm going to show you an example of a 3-Act task that I've done with my class in the past. This is called Trashketball, and I was doing a unit at the time on circles, and I decided to open in a really engaging way. And so what I had students do is look at this picture and decide, okay, what math is involved in this? And what do you notice? What do you wonder? And I encourage students to use math vocabulary, including anything that they might know about circles. And the results were pretty awesome. Is they came up with the math vocabulary on their own, and I was able to see what they understood and what they did not understand based on what they noticed and what they wondered. So I could really frame the rest of the lesson around what they noticed. In Act 2, I revealed a question and I kind of directed students by asking them, okay, how do you find the diameter of a Trashketball? And I showed this picture and students immediately could see, oh, you know what, we could measure 5 different Trashketballs and see, okay, what is the average? And I said, okay, well, how would you measure the Trashketball? And students all started talking about diameter. And then there was a big discussion about what diameter is and how they would measure diameter and how they would come up with an average. And then students were able to go deeper and just solve the problems. And if they already felt comfortable with the idea of averages and diameter, they could go deeper into another concept like volume or pi or some other aspect. So I really encourage them to challenge themselves with a question that they could solve. In the final act, we did a big reveal and students shared their solutions on the whiteboard. And it was just really interesting to see the discussion and for them to go up to the front of the class with somebody else and to explain their thinking. As an extension, I had students do a bit of a shooting practice, and they were able to throw Trashketballs and attempt to get them into a basket. And with that, there was all kinds of other math that was extended on top of that. And then students, I didn't do this with students, but they could have had the opportunity to also do a graph. Oops, I'm running out of time here. So I think that is all I have to say on this topic. Hopefully that was a good example for you.